Welcome, guys, to another episode of At the Closing Table. I have a special guest today, Matt Tran from Total Mortgage.
Hello, everyone. Matt Tran from Total Mortgage, and thanks for having me.
And my client's here.
Jake Nagy.
Hi, I'm Benica Pinch.
And so they just purchased their first house, and I just want to ask them how the process went in their point of views.
It was awesome. It was super smooth. I mean, we started looking pretty last minute. We reached out to Alan and saw a bunch of houses within a week, and then kind of fell in love with the place and got an offer accepted the next week. And since then, it's been really very smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very painless. I think overall, I appreciate that you both have been very willing to answer the many questions that I have personally. So I appreciate that. It's been very helpful.
Yeah.
Not only efficient, but educational, in fact. So thank you.
No, definitely. Like, me and Matt actually had a conversation. Like, they're really coachable. Like, you guys are very receptive to everything, very patient, and like actually ask all the right questions. I have a lot of clients, and Matt might agree with this, where they don't ask the questions that are necessary, and then
Important,
later
yeah.
we find out that like you didn't know this.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely don't feel bad about it.
Especially as a first-time home buyer for you guys, it's like you can read online all you want. I'm sure you guys Googled everything, right? But when it comes down to it, it's just having someone who's already been going through it,
Yep.
really understand everything, so you have a good idea. And I know we went through a few scenarios ahead of time, just so you can have a full understanding before you actually dive into an actual property,
Yep.
to see what the closing costs are, what actually breaks that down, right? And I think that you guys asked all the right questions for that.
Any takeaways from this process?
We appreciate that. I feel like you guys were doing all the magic in the background, and we were just kind
Yeah.
of sitting like, how's it going?
For someone, I guess one last thing is, for someone who's going to go through the process and you guys been through, what are things that, will be a helpful tip to them to kind of, make sure they know before they go through it?
We knew going into it that we didn't know everything. There was a lot that we didn't know.
Yeah.
Right. So like
That's good.
the uncertainty was high. So it was just a matter of asking questions and making sure that. It's helpful that we felt right off the bat we could trust both of you. You clearly knew what you were talking about and knew what you were doing. And it was easy to ask those questions. So I would say we kind of knew we were taking a leap of faith of sorts. Just to be honest, to be transparent, it's not something that we've done a ton of research into. So we knew we'd have a lot to learn and a lot of questions along the way. And I think that's.
I think it's just gaining the trust of whoever you're working with,
Yeah.
and then asking the questions, right? Because you don't know if you don't ask,
Yep.
right? And especially it's the largest financial decision for you guys as a couple together. It's you want to make sure you're doing the right things,
Yeah.
right?
Definitely.
And yeah, I think to give you feedback on you guys, again, you're very receptive also to my suggestions of seeing a lot of houses. It felt fast, but we got a lot done. Normally, when I have clients, they look at a house a week,
Yeah.
and you can only imagine we saw probably 7 auctions
Yeah.
in 1 week,
Yeah.
in 7 days. So it gets you the full picture very quickly. So you guys are able to make the right judgment, and we were able to find a property that sat on the market for a little bit and got you a great deal on it. So
Awesome.
all
Yeah.
across,
Perfect.
happy ending.
Success.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.